Welcome to the Andy Social Podcast. My name is Andy, and welcome back to all the faithful listeners, and a big hello and greetings to the new ones that are listening to this podcast for the first time. This is probably not the episode to get acquainted with if you want a taste of what this podcast is all about, but nonetheless, it is a fun one. For those that aren't familiar with the podcast, it's more or less me getting out of my comfort zone, meeting people from all walks of life and trying to learn a little bit more about the world around me in hope of becoming a better person for it. This episode is a little bit different. This episode, with a big fat disclaimer, is filled with lots of drunken slurring all the way through it. This was the last episode that I recorded in Adelaide a few weeks back. I did a series of them, so you can go back and listen to the last 3 or so episodes that I've recorded on the Andy Social Podcast. And this one topped off the weekend. This is the last one recorded, and as such is the last one to be released. So I won't spend too much time yapping on, but this week is the first time I've had multiple guests on, all conversing and swapping the microphone back and forth for this podcast. So the guests are Denis Sudzuka and James Shelverton of the Melbourne band Espionage. And we've also got a cameo appearance by Gregory Francesco Challis, who's the front guy for Alkira from Adelaide thrash band. So if you want to check out these bands, both great Australian metal bands, Espionage and Alkira, you can find them both on Facebook. So if you do facebook.com/espionage band, ESPIONAGEBAND. And for Alkira, you just do facebook.com/Alkira metal. That's a great way to start for both bands. And they've they've also both got Bandcamp pages. So if you go to espionageofficial.bandcamp.com and alkirametal.bandcamp.com, if I got them out correctly, you can pick up their latest releases, which are Wings of Thunder EP by Espionage and Clotho, if that's how you pronounce it correctly, the new full-length album by Alkira that came out a few months back. So check them out, support them, and if you get a kick out of this podcast episode, please reach out to them and say hello and laugh at their expense. But this was fun, and I must say again, if you're listening to this podcast looking for something of, I guess, intellect or some quality content to learn and grow and be a better person, you're probably better off trying that through one of my prior episodes. This is just a lot of fun. It's a lot of good banter, a lot of jokes, and a lot of mucking around. And I think even Denis does a rap in there as well. So if you really want to get diverse with our musical tastes, Denis will surely demonstrate his multi-skilled talents. So there's a lot here. There's a bit here for everyone. Actually, there's not really a bit here for everybody. It's probably very niche as far as the people that this will appeal to. But it was fun to record. It was recorded about midnight and at the tail end of the Churches of Steel Metal Festival in Adelaide, and it was a great night. There was a lot of beer, and you can definitely tell by this stage of the evening. So once again, I'll put the links and everything to the show notes over at andysocial.net or andydowling.net. Look at me with a domain for myself. All the show notes will be on my website, so go over there and check it out and make sure you support these guys, especially if you like hard rock or heavy metal. These guys have got some really great roots in sort of 80s heavy metal, 80s thrash, a bit of power metal, a bit of everything in there. So definitely give them a shot. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So that's my recommendation. All right, enough of this. Brace yourselves. Maybe get a drink. Get a stiff drink. Maybe drink with us. Actually do that. So if you're driving, if you're midweek, you're working, you're doing something responsible, put this on pause, listen to another podcast and come back to it on some stage, maybe Friday evening, Friday afternoon when you clock off, or Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning if you're having brekkie beers, or Sunday morning, whatever it might be. Anyway, you get the point. Crack a beer, grab a drink, and have some drinks with us as we slur along and go on this wild journey of just just shit talking. That's all it is. So enough of that. Enjoy this episode with Den, Shelvo, and Gregory Francisco.
Andy Dowling is here with Espionage, Shelverton and Den if you didn't fucking recognise. And if you didn't recognise, you better chickadee check yourself before you wreck yourself, motherfuckers.
All right,
I assume that's how your show goes.
Well, I don't need to do any introductions then, do I?
No, we're on top of that, motherfucker.
We are. All right, okay. So,
I'm Denis, this is Shelvo.
Yeah.
Hi, Shelvo.
So, I guess for anybody listening, we've got a different. Oh, I can't even talk now. I've had
you've got a very.
We have to separate.
I'll take over.
The
You've
voices.
got a very drunk espionage on your radio show, your podcast, Andy, and I love your podcast.
And that's Denis.
Honestly.
Okay. Yep. Stop
And
talking.
Shelvo will say something.
And Andy's social podcast. I'm pretty chuffed. This is
All right,
great.
Sweet. Okay, so now we've been able to establish the different people that are on here.
Yeah.
I love your enthusiasm, Dennis.
We're getting there, mate.
Yeah, sweet. All right, cool. So
I just need more beer.
more beer. Well, you got one there, so that's
We're getting
all right.
there.
I've
I said,
I got 2 drinks.
my mission in life right now is to outdo you on the Untapped app because it's amazing.
So what are you up to at the moment?
36.
36. Okay.
I'm getting there. I've got like 100 more beers to go.
Yeah.
Literally.
You do. So for a bit of context for people who are listening, the Untapped is it's an app, isn't it?
It's an app on your
Untapped
phone.
is an app. You can check in wherever the fuck you are. You can drink as much beer as you want.
Check off what beers you've drunk.
Check off. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, me being a heavy drinking European bloke myself,
Yes.
Andy is still way ahead of me because I only found out about the app
Yeah.
this New
I think
Year's
he had a
Eve.
head start, didn't he? Like,
No, I did not.
Oh, no, he
No,
did.
Andy,
I had
Andy,
only
mate.
time wise, not consumption wise. I just knew about it before
I
you did.
definitely consume more beer than Andy.
You do. So it won't be very long before you surpass
I'll
me.
get there.
Yeah, you will. But it's a very addictive app. It almost encourages you to drink.
It does.
It celebrates the amount of
A
alcohol
beer
you
app,
drink.
like, what can go wrong with a beer app?
Yeah, well, it's almost there's one badge, like. Basically, what you do is you check in every time you have a beer, and you type in. It searches for the beer. It finds the beer that you're drinking. It finds the location, so you can check yourself in. You can add a photo, and then once you press submit, then it gives you a little reward. It gives you a little badge, a little
tick.
acknowledgement, and
That's awesome.
And so there's great things like Ale Warrior or whatever, so you can have like 5 ales in a row and you get a badge.
Sick.
Pilsner, same thing, stout. But then there's also weird things like if you drink 6 of the same beer on a Friday night, you get the 6-pack award.
Hey, nice.
So, or you drink before
Nice.
10 a.m. in the morning, you get top of the morning. So it's
Yeah.
a bit crazy. But Dennis is pretty into it.
I'm all over it.
Dennis is on it. I should join that shit.
I've been drinking every day since New Year's just to catch up with Andy. It's not a joke. If you look at my fucking Untapped profile,
I think we're looking at changing our name to Beerspionage, aren't we?
Espionage
Yeah.
is a thing.
Well, I'll have to put that in the show notes so people can find you straight away. Just keep a track of your beer consumption.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's move along. So you guys are in a band. You do things.
We do things.
We do some things.
We like to
Keep close to the mic as
We
well.
like to write music, and then when we finish writing music, we like to play music live.
Yep.
So we like to party.
We like to party.
We're all about the '90s pop. I mean, we love our '80s, and the band's '80s inspired. But when it comes to road trips, it's just Banger Boys.
Mad.
Banger
Okay.
Boys all
Bravo
the
number
way.
5, and
Yeah,
I was
and-
lying on the grass.
Is that a strategic thing that you put in place to make sure that you have those sort of tunes? Is it like a sort of like a rocky thing that gets you
There's that
pumped?
one album we all listen to before we get silly. It's Europe's Final Countdown.
Yeah,
because
right,
it is an amazing album.
Gets you all on the same
Mate,
level.
it gets me so moist, I'm dripping.
On the wave.
Wow.
On the
Incredible.
wave of-
We ride the wave of drippiness.
Incredible.
When it comes to Final Countdown.
And then we go on stage and it's like, who's moist? I'm moist. Are
We're
you
all moist, mate. I'm moist as fuck.
It's a moist time on
So
stage.
speaking of Europe, you guys have got a fucking release that's very similar to a Europe release name.
Is it? Okay, as far as I know, we've got a release called Wings of Thunder. You can call
Oh
it
no, it was Wings of Steel, wasn't it?
Wings of Thunder.
Oh,
It's similar.
You're
Wings of
thinking
Steel.
like Europe's Wings of Tomorrow, which
Well,
is
Wings of
also
Tomorrow.
a great
Wings of
album.
Thunder,
There you
I
go.
think.
And I love that album. And
There you
I assure you, all listeners, that I did not rip off any riffs from John Norum. I totally did. Make up your own mind, though. Like, we have a good year or so. I have a good year or so of writing shit. We go in the studio, and I'm like, okay, you cunts have to fucking play. Can I say cunt?
Yeah, well, it's like
you can say whatever you like.
Cunt.
Okay,
So,
sweet.
we have our first album pretty much written.
There are 12 tracks ready to fucking go. It's up to these cunts to say, yeah, I like that song.
Yeah.
But they're so
We
slack.
can change this bit or that bit or... But
so
the
slack.
album's, it's pretty much written. We just need to rehearse it
It
and
is.
jam.
That's a collaboration between you all. I mean, you've got to try and find that common ground.
No.
You go, no.
No.
You're
I'm
a
gonna
dictator.
disagree. I'm a
Don't listen to
dictator as
Dennis.
fuck, so...
Kim Jong,
I'm King Jong fucking ill.
Yep.
As fuck.
But like, you know, we'll finish off this tour and we'll hit the studio.
We do
to
have-
rehearse and we've got a couple more shows to go.
I think Frosty said he doesn't like one song.
Yeah.
So we're gonna change it.
All right. So,
but we'll play around with some bits and pieces and.
all right, sweet. So if so for metal fans or for people that like a little bit of rock and roll, if someone didn't know who you guys were and you had to pick one band, who would be the closest band? And I know that you pull things from all sorts of different bands, but is there one band as a starting block, a basic?
Okay, the only band that's doing anything like us at the moment, I think, is Striker from Canada.
Okay. Yep.
What a band, hey.
Good
And
band. Great band.
no one locally is doing what we're doing.
No.
Not in our style anyway.
Not in Victoria,
Alright.
hey.
Not in Victoria. No fucking... Sydney has more bands that are doing the same shit we're doing.
You
But-
got bands like Darker Half and shit that get
Darker
associated
Half,
with us.
this band would not exist without Darker Half.
No, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'll give you a little bit more then to work with. Rattle off a few influences for the band.
Dokken,
Iron Maiden, Judas Priest.
Judas Priest, fucking all the way. Riot. Look, I'm the biggest fan of Mark Reale and Riot.
Is that the band with the ferret on the front of the covers?
No, it's a fucking seal, mate.
Yeah,
It's a
alright.
seal. It's a seal. And the seal's name is
sorry
Johnny.
for the guys
It's
from
terrible.
Riot. Yeah.
It's
What a mascot, eh?
what a mascot. You have a seal named Johnny.
Iron Man's got Eddie.
We've got a seal.
What can we get? I just saw a
seal.
seal the other day at the fucking local fucking aqua park or whatever.
I suppose our emblem is a falcon, hey.
Yeah, Falcon's alright though.
Because we're like
Of the
speed metal.
EPR.
So like, what's
Yeah.
the fastest fucking animal in the world?
Falcon.
Falcon. Peregrine falcon.
Peregrine falcon there.
We're all about that shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
alright.
But like, dude, when it comes to speed,
We've got so many different influences
we
between
do have so many,
each
like,
member, for
like,
sure.
Alright,
we
so
all
pick
love
5 bands. Straight
Halloween.
away.
You pick 5.
Yep,
Halloween,
Yep, Dokken. You said Dokken.
Dokken,
Yep.
Udo, or Accept in
Yeah.
general.
Whoa.
80s Pantera, so like the power metal album.
Yeah. Okay.
Which we
The
love.
good Pantera. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And fucking anything 80s, really. Like, as long as it's not like shit.
Yeah.
Anything that has, like, I've always been a big fan of fucking melody.
Yeah.
So any guitarist that has, like, George Lynch, Dokken, he's got that real melodic feel, which Lord Tim steals a lot from.
Yes.
And he does. He
loves it.
But it's great.
Yeah.
And we love that shit.
All right. Sweet.
It's what makes us metal.
Ah, okay. So pretty good influences, I must say. So I must ask very quickly, because I'm sure everybody's very curious to know. Make sure your face is very close to that mic.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I heard that you bought a signature guitar from a certain person
okay.
in the band.
yeah, I bought one from-
this person's ego inflated tenfold when you bought it.
Fuck's sake.
And I think you guys are BBFs because of it. Like the respect level from this person, because you invested like a couple grand on this
Is he
guitar.
number one fan? Number one fan? I don't know.
Mark Fertner, he plays in this band, I think they're called Lord, maybe. So he got a signature guitar made for him, one for him and one for the public. I looked at the guitar, and it was literally like, if I was ever to get a custom guitar, it was the perfect specs, fucking everything I want, besides the pickups. But I'm not gonna diss Mark on the show, obviously. Faggot.
FGT.
I bring Mark's guitar everywhere I go. There's 2 in the world, man, and it makes me really happy that there's 2 in the world. But I play the fuck out of it, and I think mine's more beaten up than his, even though it shouldn't be. But there's a pretty funny story. Like when we played Sydney the first time, before you rocked up, Andy.
Yeah, that's right.
Because you were late as fuck.
Yeah, I was late. Yeah.
Like Mark rocks up and he's like, "Oh, let me try the guitar." I'm like, "What, the Fender?" He's like, "Yeah." He starts his tappy bullshit on it, and he goes, "Fuck, this plays better than mine."
Oh, really?
Yes.
Nice.
So Mark Furter admits, and I fucking claim that on this podcast, my Mark Furter guitar plays better than Mark Furter's actual guitar. And he can fucking suck on it if he doesn't like it.
I love it.
We're kind of like Lord Espionage, aren't we?
Lord Espionage. We are, mate. Footsteps in the Sand is one of my favourite songs.
You guys should cover a Lord song.
We should, shouldn't we?
I was talking about it a while ago.
Oh, our egos would go through the roof.
You just got to teach us the A riff, like dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time. Let's cover a Lord song.
Like Footsteps in the Sand.
Yeah, it's a great song.
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
First.
Heard it here first.
You heard it here first, folks.
Espionage are covering
Espionage are going to cover a Lord
Footsteps
song.
in the Sand.
Footsteps in the Sand.
I
like it. Okay, cool. Oh,
We'll do it in Sydney, so that
Although you realise, like, half the songs, like,
next time we play Sydney.
2D person in a 3D world is Wings of Thunder.
Oh.
I think
Listen
Lord
to
should
the
cover
first
Wings of
three
Thunder.
chords. We ripped you off, but you can't sue us now.
Yeah, no. Well, we can't. We're too lazy anyway, so
Yeah, right.
that's fine. No.
Wings of Lord Espionage.
Wings. Love it.
Sounds good, hey. Sounds
Yes,
good.
it does. It sounds great.
Sick.
Wings of Lord Spinner.
Yes.
All right, let's go off on a different tangent a little bit. You are an ex-Adelaidean.
I'm an ex-Adelaidean. I was born in Bosnia in 1990.
Where's that?
Near Italy.
Overseas somewhere.
Overseas somewhere. Literally next to Serbia and Croatia. So
Shelver just goes, here, take the mic.
take the mic. I may as well.
Here we go. I wasn't expecting, like, anyway. So
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I know. I was going to...
I remember fucking escaping this war, climbing up this
Do you
hill.
remember the war? Do you actually remember it?
I remember bits
Or do you
and
remember
pieces.
just people telling you about it?
No, I remember bits and pieces. Like, we had to literally climb a fucking mountain to get the fuck out of the place.
So were you like a refugee?
Yes.
More or less? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I've always loved saying it because I'm a refugee, technically. I flew over here, I didn't grow over here. But I speak English better than most cunts do. That's
Yeah,
my
you
favourite
speak-
thing.
So your parents are Bosnian.
Yeah.
So
And I'm pure Bosnian as well.
So can you? What's the language? Is it Bosnian? Is that what it's classed
Bosnian.
as?
It's Bosnian. So,
And
like,
can
if
you
I was to
speak it
say,
fluently?
fluently as fuck. Like,
All right. So can you just do the rest of the podcast in Bosnian, and we'll just have a guess?
Možemo tako.
Yeah, sweet. All right, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Šta sad?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, man. All right. This is in depth.
Šta
I love it.
pričamo sad?
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. Is that an insult?
No. I'm literally asking you how you go.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, if you want him to get there, I could go.
Good.
Jebe se glupa mala pička, which means fuck yourself, you stupid little bitch.
Oh, don't do that. Oh my god. Okay.
What do you want?
What do I want? Oh, I don't know. I want conversation.
Well, I just fucked you up with this fucking conversation. Like,
Yeah, there you go. All right, so it's impressive. You're multilingual. So do you know
I am
any other
very
languages or
English as
just
a second
Bosnian and
language.
English?
well, you know, like on my resume, I write Bosnian, Serbian, and Croatian, even though it's the same shit. But
so Bosnian and Croatian are very similar.
well, it's Yugoslavia. But you know that shit broke up in the late 80s.
Yeah.
so,
Oh,
Yeah, so it's pretty
wow.
fucked up. No, I'm all good. I speak a lot of shit. Bit of German, bit of Japanese, bit of fucking.
All right, so
think
hang
that's
on.
Mandarin, but-
I'll call you out. So you can speak a bit of German and Japanese. Do you mean like a couple of words, or can you like have conversation with people? Or
Guten Tag, ich bin Dennis.
Okay.
Bonjour, au revoir. Fucking, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, so they're all hellos and how you doing?
It helps with pussy.
Okay. Yeah. So okay with the women. All right. Sweet.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I
Hey,
hope so.
Well, look. I mean, it's more than most Australians. Most Australians wouldn't know what the fuck mercy means.
Most Australians
so
like
they get
fucking-
mercy. Oh,
Fucking, yeah.
Spare me.
Jimmy Barnes, fucking, yeah. Oh, but you know who the greatest fucking singer is? It's fucking No, not Fonzie.
Oh, hang on.
Fucking.
I'll be right. I'll be right. You're
yeah.
100% correct there.
Cause there's thunder in your heart. Every move is like a lightning. It's the power you feel when you. Yeah, okay.
You gotta make sure that stays close to your mouth as well, because you gotta really make sure that everyone can hear your fancy.
Oh, fuck this shit.
But I must say really quickly with the high fives,
Yeah.
Andrew, who's in your band,
Frosty.
Frosty,
Frosty,
the singer and bass.
Frosty.
had an extremely beneficial tip, a life hack
Tip for high
that I
fives.
did not realise.
Yeah.
So when you're
I
in a
would like
pub-
to know what this is.
All right, yeah,
Go for
well,
high
you fucking
fives,
know. So
right?
high fives. So I'll explain it. Go.
Okay.
Go for a high five with someone.
Yeah.
You don't look at their hand,
Right.
because if you're wasted, you're going to miss shit.
We are wasted though.
Yeah, but like, no, if I stare at Andy's elbow and we go for a high five, wait, listen to this. This is going to be... Oh! Stare at the elbow
Yeah.
and go in hard. It's going to be a good sound.
So you got to stare at the elbow.
What
Stare
does
at
this
the
have
elbow.
to do with Frosty though?
Frosty
Well,
was like, hey.
he said it.
No,
All right, so stare at the elbow. Stare at the elbow. Ready? No.
Terrible.
so you decide to do a sideways.
Clap.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
No, okay, wait.
Okay. Ready? Okay.
One more time.
Okay. One more.
Get in there.
Hey,
Oh.
that's all right.
That's
Pop.
what I
There was a
mean.
nice pop
You
there.
gotta have the clap.
Okay.
It's we call it the Adelaide clap, which is basically AIDS.
Have you had this since you were a kid when you came here? Migrated to.
Oh yeah, 95.
Hey,
I was like 5 years old with AIDS.
Okay, so a quick question, and
Yeah.
I want to get to Sheller because Sheller's got to tell a story as well. You can't have the mic for the entire night.
Unfortunately.
So you migrate here, and they go, all right. So here's the tourist book. You know, where's the destinations? And they go, oh, Adelaide's sweet. So what was the? Did you guys have no choice? You have to come to Adelaide first.
Well,
or
no,
you know-
so the war was going on, right?
Yep.
And as far as I remember it, which is probably very different to how my parents remember it,
Yeah.
my uncle and auntie who were staying with tonight, they were here before us, like a year.
So you had,
So and
so you had some local
before
connections.
them, we had cousins and fucking aunties, uncles, all that bullshit.
What's this place called?
Producers bar, mate. Sweet. So yeah, so we had a lot of like my mum came here in the 80s.
Yeah.
Before I was even born.
Yeah.
Before the war started. And because, you know, the main family was already fucking established here, we kind of just, I guess, decided to come here. It was fucking weird.
There you go.
I'm
Well,
glad
there's
I did though. Like,
There's people already here. Yeah.
yeah, it's good. It's a good time.
All right. That's cool. Dennis just
G'day,
keeps on.
Andy. How
Hello,
are you?
mate. So where are you from?
I'm fucking Hobart, eh?
Hobart, eh?
You're a Tassie guy.
Tasmania. I've been in Melbourne about 4.5 years.
You seem to be a multifaceted band whore, to be honest. Like you're playing in a bunch of bands. I don't know if you still do.
I do for the most part.
Is it a case of it just because you're making the most of your skill of being a drummer and everyone wants a drummer, so you're just milking it? Or what's the go? Do you just love playing? Or
It's the only drummer in Victoria.
I love playing shows, and I love all sorts of different genres, really.
Yeah.
Like, actually, only a few days ago, I don't know if it's breaking news, probably not anymore, but I've left Lady
do it.
Crimson, the Tassie band.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Drop it.
it's- Lady Crimson are a Tasmanian-based band, for those that don't know.
I've got your CD
Yeah.
lying around somewhere. No, I've listened to it. Sorry, that sounded really bad, but I actually do have it.
Dusty
I've listened to it.
Crimson?
Yeah.
No. I've decided to leave them just for the fact that me being based in Melbourne and them being based in Tasmania.
too hard.
It was too hard. Like, we got the jam, you know, like the day before a gig.
Yep.
We'd have a quick jam, and then we'd be going to the venue, or even on the day of the gig, you know. So it's just too hard. There was
So-
potential that I was going to be going over to Europe with another Australian band.
Yep.
Who I won't name, but that's fallen through. They had auditions.
happy, brother.
Yeah, no, everyone in Espionage is pretty happy that I'm no longer going, so I'm staying with Espionage.
Because we're going to be pretty fucked up.
I've got Scaffers, which is my death metal band from Melbourne as well. So, you know, I love playing Espionage, and I love playing Scaffers, and Scaffers is the only band I've ever helped form.
Yeah.
So it's kind of my baby.
That's cool.
It's pretty important. And we're launching our first album sort of mid-year sometime.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
Bit of a death metal thing, bit different. I like playing different styles of metal.
It no doubt make you a better player because you're playing different styles of music. Really.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, yeah.
Even within
Yeah.
metal, it's still. I mean,
Yeah.
between the genres, it can be dramatically different.
Yeah.
The type of stuff you're playing. So
I mean, even playing Lady Crimson, which was just, it's rock and roll,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
from 80s inspired rock and roll.
Oh yeah, Lady Crimson give me that really big rainbow vibe.
Yeah.
Like
Hard rock,
long
glam rock.
live rock and roll.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so much fun to play, but like it's so hard to do.
It's like I personally call it proto metal. Like, are you a big fan of Riot, Andy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The ferret guy. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. Yep.
Proto metal.
No, I don't. I don't know much about them.
You got to think back in the early '80s, like Black Sabbath refused to call themselves a metal band.
Yeah.
Who'd you have? Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden wouldn't call themselves a fucking heavy metal band then.
Yeah.
It was Judas Priest, it was fucking Riot. And that was about it. So these two bands, and it's just fucking gone in. And I think that we bring that shit back.
We're like, people call us a power metal band, we're like, yeah.
People call us and Tabra a power metal
And
band.
Tabra
But
as well.
Tabra are so much more a power metal band than we
Tabra
are.
get the power metal label as much as we do, and it's like, well, we kind of go for that trad heavy metal style, you know.
Well, it's a trad heavy metal.
I think people. It's funny because I think talking to people still think you're the thrash band, and you're not.
It is not.
But
no.
we do have thrash.
You do?
It's same
There's
with-
thrash influence for sure.
Fucking like same with Elm Street.
Yeah.
Can you just move that mic over there just to get a sound effect from that person over there?
Oh, bit controversial over here with the thrash talk.
We've got it.
Talking about the king right here.
We got,
But we're not a thrash band. Like, hey, like.
No, we are very far from them.
Hang on.
Oh,
And people give us the power metal label. It's like, well, we can handle that.
We get that. We kind of get. With so many bands in Melbourne that are like the same kind of thing, we get both the power metal and thrash metal label.
Yeah.
But we're so far from that. It's not fucking funny. And like, I like to think that we're unique, but with so many fucking local bands doing really well at the moment, it's kind of hard to distance yourself from it.
Can I say something about espionage?
Can you introduce yourself beforehand?
Greg's
Just so
from
people,
Alkira,
because
by
it's
the way.
audio.
this is my name's Greg. I'm from Alkira. I'm
What a ledge.
the best frontman of every thrash band in Australia right now.
Whoa, Jesus!
Anyway,
Wow, I'm impressed.
I would like to say something about them being called a thrash band
Yes.
right now.
Yep.
It's not so much about the music they play, it's about the atmosphere they bring. Because this band has a bit of a thrash influence in the way that they party.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't ever associate power metal to being like a genre of music that, after that we're going to get drunk as fuck. But then I think of Espionage and I always think, oh, fuck. This is going to be a fucking hectic night because, no, look at you guys. Look at you guys. Every time I fucking hung out with you guys and play gigs with you, you are the drunkest cunts out there. And that's what makes you guys so much more special. It's for the fact that when we party with you guys,
If this was a video interview,
yeah.
people would know what you're on about.
No, dude. They need to know that Espionage parties like a thrash band and plays like a technical power metal band. Remember!
It's bonding. It's a bonding moment between bands. It's not even about the music itself. It's the extra stuff.
Alkira are one of my favourite thrash bands in the fucking world. Not only because they like Espionage, but mainly because they like Espionage.
And my favourite Adelaide band, hey.
Oh yeah, well,
There's like two bands in Adelaide though, so it's
Intent and Alkira. Fucking and like,
Oh, rough time.
I really
jeez.
I really
the enemy.
shout out to fucking. I really have to give a shout out to Chris for fucking organising Churches of Steel because Adelaide has never seen anything like this before.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, dude, we've been here since fucking
Yeah. Well,
12.
night,
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
I walked past here at 11 o'clock this morning, and there was a couple of black shirts out the front. I walked past here, and I thought, I'll keep my head down. I didn't want someone to yell out, "Oh fuck, let's start drinking."
You probably heard us being noisy bastards.
Yeah, it was probably you guys.
This is,
But-
it's
All right, so maybe old Den.
Old Dan.
You can weigh in on this one, and
Yeah.
don't fucking talk too much because
Okay.
we've got
Limited time.
actually we've got plenty of time, but don't talk too much anyway. We don't want.
I'll give it a go, mate.
even interrupted my question.
So all right, so you're a man of the world. I don't know what that meant. What that's meant to mean, but
Apparently I've been around.
but that's what came out of my mouth then. But
Yeah.
you've got your own little metal fest that happens in Melbourne. In Australia at the moment, it seems to be a bit of a new wave of things happening. So you got Steel Assassins in Sydney. You've got
What a festival. Balfour.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to Balfour.
right. Yeah, shout out to Balfour.
Round of
I'm gonna have a
applause.
chat to him sometime. And then we got Yeah, Ranger. Yeah, he's the best Ranger out there.
Well, okay, you've got
And all right, you tell me. All right,
you've
you
got
tell me.
fucking Storm Rider Festival in Perth.
Perth, yeah.
You got
Stu
Steel
McGill.
Assassin
Stu
Festival
McGill.
in Sydney.
Yep.
You got Legions of Steel in Melbourne. Not to mention the other countless fucking festivals in Melbourne. So Brutality, Sonic Ford. all that shit.
Yeah, but festivals that are dealing with
Local
trash and
So,
some
like,
melodic
okay,
metal.
I organise Legions of Steel. It's always a good time.
Yeah, it is.
Coming up to number 4 next year.
Coming up to number 4 this year, number 5 next year. So, Andy, as we speak right now, I'm hoping to book Lord in for number 5 next year, 2018.
All right, okay, cool.
But 2017, that's a sick lineup already, hey?
Well, yeah, this lineup already.
That's
like,
nice.
We've got fucking.
Yeah, maybe.
We've got the usual Harlot, Tabra, Espionage, Damnation's Day, Desecrator, Gypsy, fucking so many bands.
That's who's on this year, yeah.
This year, yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Give us the date,
It's
hey?
May 27th.
May 27 in
All right, so Melbourne's a bit unique because Melbourne can get away with anything. Melbourne's
get away
got
with anything.
Melbourne. You can put on a show. You can put on whoever the fuck, and people rocking up anyway. But obviously, a yearly thing is still pretty new for Melbourne, and I guess tying into here in Adelaide with Churches of Steel and Storm Rider and Steel
Well,
Assassins.
Churches of Steel would not exist without Legions of Steel, without Steel
Jesus.
Assassins.
Steel Assassins, Sydney.
Dude, no, well, like
So true. That is so true.
the reason Chris made Churches of Steel happen was because of those other festivals. And he goes,
Hey, Greg's got to weigh in on this. Just
Got it,
validate
got it,
that.
Greg from
Validate it.
Adelaide.
Validate it.
Being a resident of Adelaide,
Yeah.
every festival that we've had here has been based on the more extreme metal genre.
Yeah.
So basically, we've got heavy metal SA. I don't know if you guys have heard of
Yeah.
that, but that's basically every band from SA gets a chance to play in front of a fucking crowd of excess of 400.
Pretty good.
And then we got our New Dead Metal Fest, which is like
New Dead, man.
yeah, no, dude. It's just like it's basically headlined by bands like King Parrot, Lord. You know
We're the most extreme band in the country.
yeah, exactly, dude. Like when I watch Lord, I'm like, fuck, slow down, man. Anyway, but like for Churches of Steel to happen here, it's really
cool.
like it's really different because yeah, and if the thing is about living in Adelaide, man, we don't get the same like exposure as every fucking state here because we are like basically living in Adelaide is like living in a small country town.
Yeah.
So, like Tassie, yeah, exactly like that, man. So, like, when people hear about, New Dead, they think, oh, man, too extreme. But when they hear about a traditional heavy metal fest that's happening here, it's like, all right, you get people that come out from the fucking, like, gutters, the fucking, gutters. That's what the people who fucking come here, they are gutter, they're gutter cunts. No, but...
And there's been a sick crowd here, by the way.
It's
since
good.
about
It's
3:30
amazing.
this
I've
afternoon.
been really surprised.
the crowd has been fucking amazing.
Yeah,
The crowd has been so good tonight.
Yeah. And the thing is, there is actually a huge crowd for traditional metal here.
Yeah.
But we don't get the chance to do that here because like every state has their genre.
Yeah.
Okay, when I look to New South Wales,
Yeah.
I
Melbourne's
look
got the trash. Sydney's got the fucking traditional power metal shit. Yeah. You come here and it's
death metal. Actually, it's not death metal. It's black metal, man.
Yeah.
We are the black metal capital.
Yeah.
So shit for everyone.
Even in Melbourne, like some of our reviews after our EP were like, for a Melbourne scene that's saturated with death metal and thrash metal bands, it's like Espionage are a breath of fresh air. Like that's an exact quote.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's like, well, yeah, like there's no bands in Melbourne that have that high false
as much
falsetto vocals.
as much as of a dickhead as I might sound saying this. No band in Melbourne is doing heavy metal the way we're doing it at the moment. Like you got Elm Street, the music's the same, but the
different
vocals are
different style of
completely
vocals for sure.
So you got like the reason fucking Espionage exists is because I saw Darker Half in Melbourne. When Seppuku supported him, you were there. For
way
that.
back.
It was one of his last shows was
Yeah.
Seppuku. One of my last shows.
Yeah.
We saw Darker Half and Razor Wire from New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
What a
And,
band.
oh my
they're
god!
cool.
Like we heard that fucking falsetto, and we just, I lost my shit.
It's like we need that shit in Melbourne.
I was like, we need to bring that here. No one's doing it. And as far as I know, besides maybe some veteran bands, Pegasus, like they've always had that high
Yeah. Mad.
But they're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
We're here to bring the fucking docking back. We're here to bring that fucking 80s shit back.
Bring the falsetto back.
You watch us on stage, we're running around having fun. We don't give a fuck. We are fucking drinking beer all fucking day. I was lying on the grass. We're doing fucking 90s covers. It's fucking covers.
We covered Danger Zone at
You know what?
We covered fucking You know that scene in fucking Terminator 2? Where, Terminator 1, sorry. Arnie's fucking in that club, Tech Noir, where he's fucking about to kill Sarah Connor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
the song playing in the background, You've Got Me Burning fucking...
Burning in the Third Degree?
Yes, Burning in the Third Degree. We covered that shit. And, like, we're all about that 80s synth fucking, like, ridiculous shit that does not make sense in 2017. But you know what? It makes fucking sense to us. So if we want to cover a fucking Europe song with keyboards, we do not have a keyboardist in the band. I will fucking play that shit on my guitar. We'll make it work.
Why don't you have a keyboard in the band?
Well, because you haven't joined yet, mate. Fucking
Welcome, Greg, the new keyboard player, to Espionage.
Well, you know, both your bands, I mean, one thing that I notice is that if you watch you guys play, you get on stage and you just fucking, like, there's no... Yeah, okay, you take the music seriously.
We can't.
No, but you do. I mean, obviously, you spend time writing the fucking songs and you're recording them,
Not
whatever.
too long.
Well, yeah, all right, okay, all right. Give yourself a little bit of credit. I'm trying to.
We're recording mid-year.
Honestly,
for an album.
Those look good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I write a song per day. It's fucking easy.
Oh, well, there you go. Aren't you a fucking maestro? So anyway, but on stage when you guys play, you can see that you guys are enjoying it. You're not taking. You're not taking it seriously in the sense that you're on stage, you're standing there in the one spot trying to get every fucking note right or whatever. You're trying to get more of the vibe of the room and everyone. You're trying to put on a show, and that's what I mean. Well, that's the same thing we do, but
that's
it's
really
like
accurate because
you're a performer, like, and it sounds so fucking for the hipsters or the fucking people who are a bit too pretentious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Try to spit that one out. It's like, it's all about the artistic integrity and blah blah. So no, fuck that. So you get on stage and you're trying to put on a show. You're trying,
You're playing a metal show, especially when it's a festival like this, when there's like 20 other bands or whatever. It's like you've got to do something to stand out, and even if it's a local gig and there's 4 bands, like we try and put on a show that's memorable. Like
we try to make everyone interested.
Yeah, like if you try and watch our show and imagine that you were
on stage with us, it's like a fucking like, to me, it's like a constant party. Like
we sort of try and go for that party vibe on stage.
We do,
but like if you were watching the show,
serious about it at the same time.
But if you were to watch the show from a punter's point of view, and you could watch the show on mute, like it should look entertaining.
Yeah,
Actually, I'll say this. As a guy who was like so far removed from that Melbourne scene, when I watch Espionage, I actually do feel like I'm watching a fucking party on stage. And I feel that's part of the experience of watching you guys on stage, man. Because it's true, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch any fucking. Okay, I'm gonna start like going into an area that might be a bit sensitive, but like when you start going into prog metal, man.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit that you can hit 100 notes in 3 seconds, man. Because I'm metal.
Bored as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Live metal is just like a fucking performance, man. We want to fucking we go and fucking watch a fucking band live. What do we want to see? We want to see something that fucking Captivate does. We don't want to fucking watch like guys standing there still fucking playing. We might as well be mechanics.
Yeah,
because
you can shred as much as you want, but like if you're boring to watch,
leave it for YouTube. Like if you, for me, like if I want to see someone play perfectly, note for note, blah blah, sitting there, like I'd rather watch a playthrough video on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
One of the things we take, we're one of the only bands that take pride in fucking up live.
You don't have not met Alkira, man.
Besides Alkira.
But it's like
never hit a fucking single note right.
We are one of those bands.
I take pride in it. Yeah.
One of those bands like if we fuck up live, it's fun.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck, man. Like, oh my god.
It's we take it serious, but to an extent, we're just like it's a show.
It's a show. Like,
Wait. One thing I'll say is, if you want to see a band hit every note live, then fucking listen to the CD. that's the fucking best way to do it, because you know what? When you go live, you want that unpredictableness from that fucking show, because that's the special part of it, is not knowing what's going to fucking happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But most of thank you.
Cheers, Greg.
But like a lot.
Greg from Alkira, everybody.
But most of the time, if you're in the crowd, you're drinking a beer, or you've been drinking 10 beers that night, and you're watching a band play. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm sorry, Dennis. But if you're watching a band play, you've had a bunch of beers.
Yeah.
You're watching them. You don't pick up on most of the fuck ups anyway. You're watching them play. You're watching them move.
It depends, man. Like it depends whether I'm looking at a band to see if I want to book them for Legion of Steel. Or if I'm just looking at the band because
all right, okay. So let's go down that path then. All right, so here we go, Mr. Choosy. So you've got to be very careful about the types of bands that you book. So what do you look for? What do you look for in a band?
I look for the best, the band whose logo fits best on the flight. No, I'm kidding. But in a way, it's true.
You got to be careful about the types of bands.
In a way, it's really true. I get so many submissions for Legions of Steel Festival.
Yeah. So okay, tell me without naming names of bands, because you'll regret it later on. I mean, you can tell me now. I'll laugh and I'll go out there on the podcast, but for your own, but I care about you and I don't want you to regret it later. But without naming names, what are the types of scenarios of bands or the type of aspects of bands where you just go, nah, no fucking way, they're not. It's just not.
I've had bands that were told that it weren't headlining, but they played last anyway, and they fucking brought a crowd. It was great.
Yeah.
I've had bands that did the exact opposite.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit bands out there, unfortunately. As much as I love the fucking Aussie scene, whether it be thrash metal, power metal, traditional heavy metal, or rock or hard rock, whatever, there is a fucking lot of bands I love. But when it comes to Legions of Steel, I've got a fucking blueprint in my head of what I want on it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't fit, whether they've submitted or not, fucking, I've got an idea of what I want. And it's very tricky. So, like, I can work out the lineup.
Geez.
I can work out the lineup within 15 seconds just by going, this band would be good, this band would be good.
Yeah. One mistake that we've made in the past as a band is,
as Lord.
Yeah, as Lord. Years and years ago, is we would do shows with mates. And it's good sometimes, but other times it's a fucking nightmare. It's you pick a band that does nothing, they don't pull anybody, they don't do jack shit, but you put them on because they're mates. Okay. So for Legions of Steel, I would assume that you
guys did it in 2015.
Yes.
Was it a bad crowd?
No, not at all.
No, was it a good crowd?
It was a pretty good crowd.
You're welcome. No, literally, like,
I know.
There's not much I can say about it. Like, Legions of Steel has been going off fucking amazingly.
Proof's in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding. How good is pudding?
But what do you... Okay, so... All right,
Alkira have played Legions of Steel.
Yeah.
Party vibes and shit.
I gotta talk to you about
You go talk about Legions of Steel for it.
Yeah, all right.
My biggest qualm with festivals of the same type of genre of music is that people get very sick of it to a point. You know, okay, I love thrash, man, but like if you listen to the same band playing at a festival like Legion of Steel, there'll be Harlot, there might be Mason, there might be Malice's Weight, there might be Desecrator. It kind of takes a special part of that band away because every band plays the same type of music.
Well, I'll agree and disagree with you, because when I booked those lineups, I tried to make them fucking different as possible. So yeah, I might have 3 thrash bands, but the rest of them might be power metal bands, and I might have a hard rock band there. So
did you book that festival that I just said?
I think you just named like the lineup of one of the years. Like,
no, you're talking about like the first one. Though.
No. This is more in reference to Bodies on Bodies. That's another festival that has been trialed in the sense of trying to have an all-day thrash fest. Yeah. Does not work. No,
I agree with that completely. Yeah. The thing is, like everyone at the moment, like most promoters at the moment, they're seeing Legions of Steel, they're seeing Storm Rider, they're seeing Churches of Steel, they're seeing shit, and they're going fucking. I can put on the same thing. Like it's not hard. All I got to do is email a venue, go fucking, hey, these bands want to play, let's do it. But it's not that fucking easy. Like cunts think it's easy as fuck. It's not, man. You gotta make money out of it, man. It's not easy.
You obviously get a lot of dicks that contact you wanting to play it, and you've got to try and filter those people out. But are there mates in that mix?
There are many mates who email me every single year going,
come on, bro.
There's a band playing here tonight.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, man. I fucking fathered your first son.
I'm not kidding. It gets like that. It's fucked. So I get all these cunts that are like, can we please play it? I'm like, no. I'm like, it's done. As far as I'm concerned, it's fucking done.
Gotta take it seriously. But you're thinking about the longevity of the fest. Like what are you thinking? 5 years, 10 years, indefinitely?
I would love to take Legions of Steel overseas.
Ooh, jeez.
Like, if I could take, say, 10 bands every year, Legions of Steel kind of regular format. Whoa. If I could take those motherfuckers over to Japan. We have Legions of Steel Japan.
Whoa.
I would love it.
There's one problem with Japan, man, is they will try and frisk you of every dollar you have. They will.
I'm okay if they fist me.
They will. Huh?
I'm okay if they fist me.
Oh, okay. No. This is the night for secrets. But I like these lofty goals. I like that you're aiming high. You know,
I figured it out.
You just figured it out.
Like, no. Like after last year's sold out event.
Yep, sold out.
You can't kind of think of less than that. You're like, I can do it at the same venue at the same price. It's going to sell out, or I could do it at a bigger venue.
Are you going to go bigger next year, or are you going to stick to the same place?
This year it's the 4th year in a row, so I'm sticking with the same place.
Okay. Yeah.
With the 5th year in a row, though, which I've already started booking, and hopefully Andy Dowling's Lord, is keen.
Pressure's on again
because I want to do it at the Croxton Hotel.
Wait, you're changing venues.
Whoa!
You know how many people that holds?
Tell me.
900.
So is that the aim for the year?
That's the aim for the 5th anniversary. So hopefully I get these Lord cunts.
Yeah, you got to get a good lineup for that. I don't know if we can pull
Lord
900.
cunts.
Yeah.
Isn't it fucked though? Like different.
Are you asking the questions now?
No. I'm just. This is more. This is more of a personal reflection.
Yes.
No, but it's more like a place like Adelaide will aim for 500 and expect 300.
That's been keen.
No, too.
500. That's nothing. I love Adelaide.
We're a small place.
I know.
Hey, if you want to play punk in this town, we could probably reach the same potentials as.
Sorry, if you want to play punk.
Yeah. Punk's a big scene here.
Right.
Okay, wait. Is metal bigger than punk in Adelaide?
I'm gonna be really, really dark about it.
Is 90s pop bigger than metal in Adelaide?
Metal is the shittest thing in Adelaide right
now. So 90s pop is better.
You'd have good crossover with the punk crowd, wouldn't you? Like with
No, we can't.
Really?
They don't accept us.
They don't give a fuck.
Who's the most popular? Is it Alkira, Hidden Intent, or Imminent Psychosis?
Out of us three.
Like those are the big 3 of thrash bands I consider from Adelaide.
All right. I'm gonna be serious. I'm gonna be serious.
Yeah, be serious.
Hidden Intent are doing a lot more than Alkira have been these days. It kind of goes in waves. Like we spent in 2014, 2015, we spent our time being really really serious about the gigging. You know, we went to New Zealand, we went to Singapore, Malaysia.
Yeah.
You know, but we came back very broke from that. You know, that's the reality of what we do as a touring band. So we came back, and then the next phase of it was let's try a new band. So right now, Hidden Intent are doing their thing, and they are very prominent right now because they've signed to a label that
they're fucking killing it, man.
Yeah, and they've signed to a label which can give them the proper support. We did it off of our own backs, man. We literally did every tour off of our drummer Ryan. He's got a bit of a savant for the fucking touring part of it, but he booked tours for us in Asia. You know, maybe 1 out of 4 shows was good, but that's how we did it. Just a reminder for everyone, happy Chinese New Year.
Oh, is that with the fireworks?
Yep, year of the cock.
Year of the cock.
Fucking oath. Year of the dick espionage.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. All right, there you go. So hidden intent to are the dudes that are sort of leading the charge at the moment. Just due to activity.
Yeah, I would say
But-
even living in Melbourne, like if anyone's like, what's a good Adelaide fucking metal band? Hidden intent.
Yeah,
It's just about their activity, man.
they're just doing more at the
so
moment.
much shit, though.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
this
you guys have been around longer than those guys. So
we started about the same time. We had like a year or two. It probably was before Espionage started.
Oh, way before.
Yeah, but we had like a really good go of it for a year or two.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Tell me.
We signed to a label
Yeah.
and it didn't work out the best. The label that we signed to didn't really further us more than because you know when you sign to a small time label, right? You know what you want from it is stuff like let's record our album, let's start touring.
Yeah.
When we signed to this label, right, we'd already toured, we'd already written an album, we didn't need them. So for them, they signed us on and we didn't really further ourselves because we'd already done a lot of that shit.
You'd done the hard work anyway.
Yeah, and exactly. And, you know, we came to the end of our run with them.
My mates.
And we came to the end of our run with that label and we hadn't really achieved any more. So we stagnated a bit in the sense that it wasn't just through the label, you know, guys in the band were doing other things. But for us, man, like, we needed to keep that momentum going on our own because one thing I've learned from signing to a label is you can
We're gonna fucking rap battle, yeah? Ready?
I'll fuck you up, cunt. I'll fucking shit on your shit. No, but like I would
Shit on my shit. I'll shit on your dick. Shit on my motherfucking.
Oh,
shit.
thank fuck
No,
for
but
recording
what-
things over this side. You got beer on your phone as well.
one thing I will say is we spent a lot of time touring with bands like King Parrot, Frankenbach.
Yeah.
When we toured with both of them bands, we did kind of realize very quickly that there was something special about those bands.
Yeah.
That you can
learn a lot from them.
We tried to learn a lot from them, and we got stagnated by signing to a label. You know, you gotta do when you're in a band. You know, you gotta do it your way, man. Because anytime someone takes that part of your band and says, "All right, I'm part of your creative part of it," it won't be the things you want. Because me being in a band, it's not so much about I'm never gonna fucking earn money from it. I fucking accept it.
Hijack this.
No, I have. I know. I'm so sorry about that. I know I never will earn money from it. But for me, my personal want from it is to fucking explore my music side of it. I love playing in front of live crowds. Yeah. And I want to play in front of crowds everywhere, man.
You know what? Like the biggest thing that I see with a lot of bands is that they sign to these labels because it's a label and you get excited and you sort of go, oh fuck, well we've made it, and these labels just rip you apart.
You know what?
And so many bands.
Labels have no say right now because right now we're sitting in fucking, where are we, Andy?
Oh, I think we're in Adelaide.
Where you think we're in Adelaide?
Yeah.
Mork's not here because he's too busy being a faggot. You mind if I bust a rhyme?
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Someone give me a beat.
I love the segue into this. It was very smooth.
Right.
Yeah, go. All right.
Well, my spit's deciphered to leave your rhymeless size. Wasn't like I've sliced you up and trimmed your eyelids. Cut your back like the bloody missing rims and pies. Your brother judges, but the winner's been decided, so it's a grim reminder. Well, you will never stand up, and if you want the answer, then you better throw your hands up, prepare to be schooled. Watch as the terrible the rules. Leave you gasping for air like we're just inflated balloons of devastated platoon. You will find a better rhyme than that. Skills are unreal to make you pause and it'll write it back, and I'll remind you that you better write that you stand. If you're hungry for the kind, you best bite me crown. He's fucked me. But that was good.
Wow, that was really impressive. A couple of heavy metal dudes right there.
Yeah, well, it's like the Andy Social podcast with
I'm going to sample just that bit.
With hip hop.
Yeah. I'll make millions off it.
You could.
Yeah, you could.
You don't know.
Can I just say this has been something on my mind for a long time.
Yeah,
go. Alright, there's something on my mind. Lay down a fucking beat. No.
Check this.
No, seriously.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No. I can't spit out words at that pace. But anyway, I'm just talking from my own perspective. I know bands have been doing this for like 20 years, but I started this in 2010. What year are we in right now?
17.
I've been doing this I'm about 6-7 years into this.
Yeah.
Like, initially, I was like, oh my God, I'm in a band, I'm doing shit.
Yeah.
It's straight out of school for me. I was like, oh, this is fun. You know, like, I'm fucking playing live gigs to people, you know, and then it dies down, you know, your friends don't come out anymore, so you have to fucking rely on people who actually...
parties die off and shit, man.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
And, like, you think, oh, all right, okay, my friends aren't coming out, so let's try and make our music better so casual people come out.
I'm with you completely for this.
And, like, literally, once you get to the 5-6 year mark, you're, like, looking for labels to sign you because you think back to the 1980s. It was like, oh, Metallica, man, they got signed to that fucking...
That's the thing. We all thought everyone in the 80s was, you know, fucking rocking it. You come to our age, you know, like you were just saying, you fucking make friends with a label or certain customers or
It was
whatever.
completely different back then. It
Oh,
was,
fucking
it was,
oath. Like, they would pay for shit.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're on your fucking
you develop
own,
an
man.
artist over years and years. You invest so much money, but that stigma is still around now, where people
fucking
think that if you get signed to a band, like it gets onto a label, that's it. Like
you know, you the longer you fucking play music in a band, you realise that in this time and this day and time, it's never gonna fucking happen. And it's so...
Question for Dowling. I got a question for Dowling. And this goes to a Dave Balfour post.
yeah, okay.
Okay. So if you could change one thing about metal to make it as popular it was in the 80s again, what would you do? If you had like the fucking golden dick about metal and you could do it, would you make it more catchy? Would you make it more fucking publicly excessive?
Hey, look out. The Oracle.
Because I reckon asking Andy himself would be fucking really good.
To be honest, I think, and I can only I'm thinking from a Sydney point of view, because Sydney's been so shit for so many years as well.
Of course.
I think no segregation between genres.
Yes.
So you don't want an all power metal, or
Fist pump.
trad, or death, or black, or whatever. It's just metal.
You got to combine the fucking...
But the biggest thing is consistency. So, what the successes that I've seen over the years,
So
Brisbane's been amazing in the past. When you had 10 years ago, you had a place called Club Phoenix, and then changed into Rosie's, and then went from there. Every Friday night, you would go to Phoenix or Rosie's or whatever, guaranteed minimum 600 payers. Just crazy, because it was a social hub. People would go there because they knew their mates were there. They knew it was a great DJ. There's multiple rooms, and also you knew the cream of the crop as far as Australian bands, or if you're lucky, an international band was playing, and people would go there. Melbourne also has had that in the past, where Melbourne's different. It's unique because you can't model the rest of the country off Melbourne.
No, of course
because
not.
Melbourne's Melbourne's got a nightlife culture. The thing that when I first started drinking and I went to Melbourne, everyone would start or get ready to go out at about 11 o'clock at night. So they'd pre-drink at home, and they'd get the taxis, and they start going out to clubs and bars and whatever at about 11 o'clock, and you go, fuck man, I'm like ready to fucking pass out. And they're pacing themselves, but they're pre-drinking at home to go out. Everywhere else in the country, different story. You're out at 6 o'clock, you're ready, or 8 o'clock, you're ready to go. So for me, it's a mixture of genres, and not going crazy. You don't want to fucking totally go, I've got like cult black metal with fucking pig's blood everywhere, and then like fruity power metal playing the same show. But you got to have a mix of metal, and you got to have consistency constantly, over and over and over again. So people are regular, they know it's there, because you're going to get people that sit at home and go, oh, here's a gig on, and then 3 or 4 weeks later of shows, they go, oh fuck, all my mates are going, I'm missing out, I've got to go, I've got to fucking go. And they know that there's shows going on, and I think that is a big thing.
Oh, personally, I like the way I see more so Melbourne's metal scene, but I'd say Australia in general is like LA. LA back in the fucking late 90s.
Were you there, mate?
I was not there. But no, like, you know.
What are you on about then?
But the stories I've heard
Yeah.
and watching Airheads, I get that kind of vibe, like, the shit should be there. Like, people should be listening to us, whereas they're not.
Actually, on the whole LA thing, a couple of years ago, I went to the Rainbow and they had like, it was a Labor Day long weekend. It was before that. Yeah, and they had like a Labor Day long weekend thing, and they had a bunch of bands playing on like a Sunday arvo because it was a long weekend, and it was Leatherwolf, Old Mates Great White, Red Dragon Cartel, and two other bands I can't remember off the top of my head. And I was standing around, and I had a couple of friends, Aussies, that knew some local LA guys or whatever. And before I knew it, I was talking to people. Ron Jeremy's walking around because it's a Rainbow, like weird. Like, but I looked around and like the bass player from Ugly Kid Joe's just like walking around there, and then all these dudes, like these hair fucking metal dudes or whatever. This is their local. It's like Melbourne dudes going to the Bendigo or going to the Evelyn or whatever. It's like in Adelaide. The Adelaide dudes going to the Enigma or Fowlers or here at the Producers or Crown Anchor or whatever. Or in Sydney, the Bald-Faced Stag. LA had their scene. And they were just lucky that their scene was like fucking publicised worldwide. It was global. It was amazing. But those dudes are still there, especially the washed up guys. And they were hanging out. They were chatting.
Well, I've got a question for you, Andy. With most of Lord's over-the-top videos...
I thought they were very...
I want to hear about this because this is what we've been doing.
Because you guys...
Good.
I love your videos.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that... I mean, they're over-the-top in a good way. With all of your over-the-top videos, what has been your...
you.
Besides... Okay, Kylie Minogue is a fucking fan favourite. What has been your favourite music video to film so far?
What's been the favourite one?
I mean, we obviously prefer the Kylie Minogue one.
Hey, before he answers, I'm going to tell him my favourite one.
Okay.
And it was the Empty Arena one.
Oh, the Betrayal Blind.
Yeah, that was really cool, man. I liked the way that, you access something that was like...
Normally you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
And I like look, when I watched that video clip, I wasn't even like watching the video clip. I was thinking to myself like, "Fuck, how did they do that? Like, how did Lord just say, oh, like, did they know a guy that's like, couldn't we just come in here for like a whole day? How?
Every fucking person I know, when it comes to introducing them to Aussie metal, I go Lord.
I do that too.
And the first video ever is always Betrayal Blind.
Yeah.
If they don't like that,
You know what?
if they don't like that, it's Kylie Minogue.
And to be honest,
I play that for so many people, and no one hates it. I've never met one person that hates the fucking On a Night Like This cover.
yeah.
Honestly, I want to cover it myself.
Okay, so the On a Night Like This video is like it's our dangling carrot. It's our way of getting people in. Betrayal Blind is absolutely my favourite video. And it's exactly what Greg just said. It's the fact that I know that we had to sort of ask a question that we probably normally wouldn't ask. And we just hit them up. You know what? That's amazing that someone actually thought of you then. But
Everyone thinks of Espionage.
But it's a question that normally a lot of people wouldn't ask. They, why would you ask an arena or a stadium to do a video clip? And everyone's going, oh, you can't do that. You can't do it. It's going to cost a shitload of money. And I said, well, why don't we just email them and ask them if there's a spare day that they've got no one in there? And everyone's like, nah, don't do it. Like, it's going to cost a shitload. We can't afford it. And I just emailed them and said, hey, have you got any spare days? We're a local band. It's Wollongong. It's Wollongong Entertainment Centre. Is there any way that we can just come in there for an afternoon for a couple of hours? And the guy's like, yeah, sure, come in.
And you did that?
Yeah, and that was all it was. And I was so amazed that they allowed us to go in. They gave us power. There's a couple of rules in there, like we couldn't fuck around with a lot of stuff or whatever. But we made it work. But it was just, for me, like, that's my favourite clip because it's sort of similar to you. Like, you're thinking about, how the fuck did I do it?
I think that the thing that really impressed me was the fact that you did something that looked like, you know, like world class. Like I think the thing that a lot of video clips in Australia, I guess the way to say it is when a metal band does a video clip, it doesn't look that professional.
Yeah.
So when I watched Lord's video clip, I was thinking to myself like, fuck man, it's like I'm watching like the biggest band in the world fucking record a video clip. And I thought that was really fucking awesome, because I was like, how the fuck did they get access to like what would be like the entertainment center to Adelaide?
Yeah.
Because like we couldn't fucking do a video clip in at the entertainment center, could we?
Well, that was the thing. Like I was saying before, like we didn't think we could, and everyone, like the rest of the guys in the band, were just saying like, we couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford to hire the place. I just emailed the guys and said, hey, do you have like a spare afternoon or a day where you got nothing going on? They're like, oh yeah, we're in between events or whatever. We've got a spare, like the room's empty or whatever. And we're like, oh sweet, can we just come in?
Yeah,
like,
right.
So it cost us nothing. And the only thing they asked for is that they had a copy of the video for their archives or whatever, and we just gave them a copy and sent them a few CDs and whatever, and they were sweet. It was
in case you started shitting on the floor or something.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and it's like, oh, hang on.
Exactly.
But I mean, it just goes to show the possibilities. All right, so Alkira's been around for a while. You are the front man. You are the face of the band.
The big cheese.
The big cheese. All right. So for people that don't know about the band, do you want to give you a quick crash course of what the band's been and what you've done?
All right. I'll give a big backstory.
All right.
We've been a band. We started 2010.
Yep.
We've had various members since then.
Yep.
Our first band name wasn't actually Alkira.
Yeah.
It was Fish, which was derived from the acronym Forever in Satan's Heart, because we wanted to be the most fucking metal band
is this
ever.
Like a wasp thing, or
basically, man. But it also Albert Fish, the serial killer sort of thing. Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
But yeah, we started as Fish. We jokingly we all had fish names. Our lead singer before me used to be called Salmon. I was Krill. and then we got rid of members that didn't really
didn't fit the fish bill.
It was basically a thing of we wanted to take it seriously, and the guys that didn't take it seriously, we needed to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yep. And after we changed our name to Alkira, we've settled on a lineup that we've had for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And we've released an EP called Red Devil. We released an album called Juggernaut, and we've released a second album which we're trying to push at the moment. It's called Clotho, not Clotho or anything fucking ridiculous like that. And we're trying to use our albums as a basis for us to start touring.
It's mad. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, we've been pushing hard, but we've been pushing it hard as we can as an SA band, because it feels like being an SA band at the bottom of the world, man. We're not as exposed as bands from Melbourne or Sydney or.
It's different, and like the stigma of like the capital cities.
Exactly.
You sort of feel like you're behind the 8 ball, but you guys are. You're lucky. You're so lucky because you've got all the fests that have been happening over the years, and just recently, like the New Dead Fest and obviously SA Fest.
Yeah.
And then you got this thing, the Churches of Steel thing as well. And you guys played last night. You had
we played just a normal show.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys have. One thing I've noticed about Alkira is that, especially in the last couple of years, you guys tour a lot.
Yeah.
In Australia, you're constantly playing shows in Australia. You just and a lot of bands. I watch bands and they sort of go, okay, we'll announce a tour of dates.
Yeah.
You guys you'll do it, but you just keep adding shows.
Just
keep going.
Exactly.
It's like, there's an opportunity. No, we'll do it. We'll just keep going. So is it a big thing for you guys just to play as much as you can?
For us, it's like not just being known as the Adelaide band. We want to be known as an Australian band.
Yeah.
So like for us to play, say Melbourne, it's us trying to get a foothold in that place, or us playing in Sydney. It's like saying, all right, don't just think of us as the band from Adelaide who's coming down and trying to play some shows. It's more about like, we'll come here at no fucking... We'll come here at our own expense to fucking play for you.
Yeah.
So like we spent thousands of dollars coming down to Melbourne. We've spent thousands of dollars coming to fucking Sydney, Queensland. We've driven a 16-hour fucking drive to fucking Alice Springs to play there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
Yep. And you know, for us, it's not just being. You can't. For me, it's just like, you can't pigeonhole yourself as a band that is just from a certain area.
Yeah.
We want to be known as an Australian band, not just an SA band that tours.
It's cool. And when you guys do it as a band, when you sort of start putting dates together, you're trying to work out when and where to play. Do you guys have like a strategy? Do you think about do you guys have like a goal of doing so many shows, or trying to do as much as you can, or what's is there anything
I'll go back to when we first started going around. Like, you know, originally we played 30 to 40 shows in Adelaide.
Yep.
And then for us, you know, let's try and like go outside, and you learn from every show. You learn from every show that's like, okay, let's not fucking just do a Melbourne show where we have to promote it.
Yeah.
So for us, it's like, you know, festivals are really great.
Yeah.
You know, Den's fucking Legions of Steel is a great opportunity for us to play, because like straight away, like you're playing to say Den's festival will have 8 bands on it.
Yeah.
Each band on average has about 4 to 5 members, so we're going to be paying to 40 members at least.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
right. As a pessimistic point of view,
Yeah, exactly.
At the very least, you got that many people.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like we may play Perth,
Yeah.
but we played Perth twice, right? $300 a ticket to each of us. $300 each to go to Perth. But like for us, it's just, all right, we'll play this big festival, and we know we'll get a guaranteed crowd of 50 to 60 people, right? So that's our thing. We won't, you know, play a 3 to 4 band fest in We've played Bendigo to 30 to 40 people, and it's just like, what's the fucking positive for us to play in a small town in that area? So for us, we need to look at what's, you know, most beneficial to us. You know, we want to play to as many people as we can.
Yeah, and I guess it's a work in progress, because I think every band's got to go through those smaller shows. You gotta fucking you gotta deal with the shit crowds.
Well, our second Melbourne show was a Cherry Bar gig. It was so fucking good. But our first gig in Melbourne, our first ever gig in Melbourne, was so fucking shit, man. We played in front of like 10 people.
Yeah.
And like our rhythm guitarist had a string break. It was so fucking bad, you know. But that's the thing about touring, man. You know, you got to know that will happen.
Yeah.
And we've played gigs where strings break, drum skins explode, whatever. But like, you know, we got to just keep hitting it constantly.
Yeah.
Just keep fucking going back there, you know, regardless of a bad show.
Yeah.
You come back, you know. We played Cherry Bar, had a great time. We played there's a place in Melbourne that we played recently. It was a hardcore fest.
Yeah.
It was one of our worst shows, man. Regardless of how bad that fucking show was, we'll come back again. Man. You know, you can't be upset by the bad things that happen, because you know people who may have hated that show, you know, for the 5 people that hated the show, there might have been 3 or 4 that loved it, and that's the connection part of it. You know, 3 or 4 people will tell 50 other people that it was a fucking good show, and the next time you play there, you'll have all those people that heard secondhand.
Yeah, it takes a couple of people, and it builds over time.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Bigger and bigger.
And you know, playing for Lord, that's how it happens, man. Word of mouth.
We played our share of horrible shit shows with no
Yeah.
one rocking up, and you sort of just play to an empty room and you go, oh god, what the hell's this?
Yeah, exactly.
What's for you guys, and I'm sure you guys like talk amongst each other just to try and work out what you want to do over the next 12 months. What's the plan for the next couple of years for you guys? Is it to keep doing what you're doing and just keep playing shows? Or what's
I'm going to be, because you know what, playing in a band is not fun and all, but realistically, you got to draw it back to what you're doing in your lives.
Yeah.
For me, I've got a full-time job.
Yeah.
Kyle's got a full-time job, the rhythm guitarist, and our drummer, who is actually the manager of our band, is doing a PhD right now. So right now, we probably won't be fucking playing every fucking Queensland Fest, because right now
You just can't do it.
you know you can't because you can't just say you can't put the real things aside in your life to just say I'm going to play shows that don't bring back money, because at the end of the day, every show you play actually it comes back to money, man. And like, I'll play Melbourne constantly, I'll play Queensland constantly, I'll play New South Wales constantly, but at the end of the day, you need to be out. We can't do this as a living, so we have to say, all right, we'll come back to Queensland after we've worked for 2 or 3 months, earn the money to be
Get
able
a
to
bit of
fund
money
it.
to do it,
Yeah.
and then you can do it after that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
man.
That's it. It's different now, isn't it? Like, I mean, compared to years ago, people would just throw everything on the line and just like sell house and everything to just keep playing.
No, man,
But people are a lot more smarter now. I think you're probably on the right track to be able to prioritise and go, you know what, we've got jobs, we've got things that we need to.
Yeah, I mean, if we toured as hard as bands, say like King Parrot, none of us would have jobs.
Yeah.
And that's what I put it down to, is I look to the bands that are touring constantly, and I think to myself, well, you know, you want to be doing that to make it's a real hard truth to fucking have to deal with, but we need to be making money for it to be feasible for us.
Yeah.
We're not going to be fucking touring you know, USA without us, you know, being able to fund that. And you know, and we can't. Where's the money coming from? It's not coming from selling merch. It's not coming from the show. It's coming from our day-to-day jobs. You know, man, I work as a disability care worker, and that's where I can fucking tour. It's from the fact that I work those fucking 5 to 6 days a week, fucking earning money to be able to fund that. And you know what? I think it's the same with every fucking band, man. I think these days you can't fucking be like, all right, let's go to fucking Asia and let's earn money there and let's tour off of the money that we fucking earned from touring a different country. No, it's not like that. For us, it's like, all right, we've earned $2,000 each and we put it in savings.
Yeah.
That's what will be the thing that will fund us. And it's sad, but, you know, for us, it's not
It's just a reality, isn't it?
It is the reality, man. It's not so much about, oh, this is the thing we do to earn our money. This is the thing to keep us happy.
It's just another aspect of your life that you got to balance it all. But do you find like, so the job you got, disability
care worker, so support worker,
So do you find that job is more than just paying the bills? It's something you actually give a shit about, and so I wouldn't say it's up to you how you answer this, but is it just as important as the band? And it's as far as a balance in life, like you're passionate about the band, you love doing all that stuff, but obviously you give a shit about your job as well. And it's not just money, it's not just to make money, but you actually care about the job that you do. Yeah.
For me, man, it's like I earn enough money to tour, and at the end of the day, I want to be able to pay the bills to be able to live, man. It's like, it's so sad, but that's the reality of it. At the end of the day, is like you play gigs with the excess money you have to spend, but at the end of the day, you know, you want fucking lights in your house. You want to be able to pay for the gas to be able to cook food. And that is what it is to be in a band these days, is that, you know, you tour with the money that you have saved that isn't paying the bills anymore. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but that is really what it is, man. Like, I won't tour just on the money that I have from paying a job. I have to tour
Yeah,
because
you're
I have.
responsible. You have to be a fucking adult like most people. Obviously, you want to earn money to make a living and and to, as you say, keep the lights on and do that sort of thing. But I don't know. It's for you. Like, if you had a choice and money was an object, would music just be the thing for you?
Every day of the week, man. If I could fucking play music for the rest of my life, I'd be the happiest cunt in the world.
Mad.
And I want to live in that fucking dream.
Yeah.
We all want to. You know, you want to.
Yeah.
We all want to live in that dream where we can just tour and fucking play music, but we can't. You can't, man. But if I had the choice, I would tour for the rest of my life till I'm 80 years old and I need to go to a fucking retirement home.
That's cool. And I guess it depends on what level of success that you're after, because I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but it's just to the degree that you want. Like, it's, you know, and as you said, you got to have a quality of life. And some people I know literally sleep on the carpet and they eat 2-minute noodles and that's their diet and whatever. And other people go, you know what, fuck that. You've
got to set yourself up to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you spend 4 years working hard.
Yeah.
And you've saved up money, and then that'll be the way it works. And you know, eventually maybe you will pick up on it, and you'll be able to fucking earn money from the thing. But you can't just do it from scratch.
Nah, not at all.
No.
It's really hard, man.
It's just being honest, man. I've been doing it. I haven't been doing it as long as most bands, but I see the reality of it after 6-7 years of doing it.
Well, what do you think? What do you think is? I mean, I see you guys as a band that's done a lot over the last few years. You've released a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Done a lot of touring across the country.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys that I know, as far as connections, you know the same sort of guys. You guys have been in close vicinity of those sort of people. Where are you at now? What do you want to do? Like, what's the next sort of steps for Alkira? Like, with all you guys, everyone's got their jobs and whatever.
Yeah.
But what's the plans? What's the plans for the next sort of 12 to 18 months or a couple of years?
All right, so we've released a new album.
Yep.
I want to tour off the back of that new album.
Cool.
We've had our first album.
Yeah.
We didn't get that opportunity to fucking tour it to crazy extents. But right now, my thing is I want to take our second album, you know, and take it overseas as hard as we can. I want to be able to say, all right, this is us. This is what we do. Yeah. Here's our album, and fucking buy it.
Yeah,
exactly. And
that's cool.
That's the end of it. That's buy our album and fund our passion.
That's so cool. I'm gonna wrap it up because it's gonna be a quick one because I need to fucking piss so bad.
Yeah, me too.
But I'm gonna. That's our bladders are in sync. Yeah. But I'll put a bunch of links for you guys.
Yep.
So people know who you are and we can check these out. But thanks for having a drunken ramble at fucking 1 o'clock in the morning downtown Adelaide. It's cool. Yeah.
No, thank you. Well, thank you for coming here.
Appreciate it.
And I love you.
I love you too, man. Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it, man.
Thank
you.
All right,
bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Wow. I hope you got through that one in one piece. If you could decipher it all. I was actually thinking about transcribing that podcast, and I don't know if that's worth doing, to be honest. That was definitely a unique one. But actually, I think this is the first episode that I've recorded slurring since episode 2 of this podcast. That was with Andrew Craig of Rise of Avernus. So if you want to listen to a bit more slurring, go right back to episode 2 of the podcast, and there's some classic stuff in there as well. But look, a lot of fun, lighthearted. We tried to get serious at different points and just lost the plot and had no idea what we were talking about, but it was fun nonetheless. So thank you so much for listening, and I really hope you got entertained by it. And once again, go and check out Espionage and Alkira. So go to Facebook, you can search for both Espionage Band and Alkira Metal if you're doing facebook.com/, and both bands are on Bandcamp, espionageofficial.bandcamp.com and alkirametal.bandcamp.com. Grab their latest releases, support the scene, and make sure you reach out to the guys and send them a message and let them know what you thought. Even if you hated it, make sure you definitely message them and let them know. Show notes are over at andysocial.net or andydowling.net. And thank you so much. Last few things before I wrap it up. iTunes, please jump over and give me a rating and review. I know it's really difficult and that whole system is a real bitch to use, but if you do have a couple of minutes, please get over there. It does have a massive impact because it's such a pain to use. Not many people leave ratings and reviews on podcasts unless you are one of the kingpins. So for me to get some really, really good exposure and start climbing up some iTunes charts, maybe a couple of iTunes reviews and ratings go a hell of a long way. So if you've got a little bit of time to spare and you feel like being generous, throw me some love that way. Alternatively, share my YouTube links around, tag people in some of the posts, share everything around. If there's a prior episode that you think a friend or family member or anybody might get a kick out of, definitely send it through and hopefully they'll get something out of it. But once again, massive thank you. There's more episodes coming. I'm actually recording this the week of this episode coming out, so I'm keeping current. And I'm off to Perth on Friday this week for more podcasts. So I'm hopefully building that bank of episodes up, and there's lots more exciting things coming. Probably a few more drunken episodes as well here and there, but I'll try and keep it above board as much as possible. Anyway, enough of this. Take care, and I'll see you next week.
You're ready.